Right. The kids got a dog. Not happy. I got them a ceramic dog and they smashed it and said I wasn't funny. So they got a real dog somehow. I said, all right, let's play this having a dog game. And I got my kids together. Jekyll, 15 years old. Frank, 11. Zed, 9. Zed's name is Zed because that's Z. No more. That's it. We are not going to start back at A. No. Zed is it. Um, so we said, if you want to keep this dog, I'm giving you 90 days. And that means walking this dog 3 times a day, which means 270 walks. You can keep this dog if you maintain 80% of the walks. You have to bathe this dog at least once a month, right? Between each 30-day span, there's got to be one bath in there. And if those requirements aren't met, we're all getting in the car and we're driving to Canada and we're going to set this dog free. Free to live in the wilderness in northern Canada where dogs belong. Where they can, if they can find somebody that doesn't want to be licked, they can lick them. Because somebody who's out there in the wilderness where dogs belong, they deserve to be licked by dogs that are just going crazy. And that's what was going to happen if these kids, Jekyll, Frank, and Zed, if they didn't take care of this dog. So, have Excel open and listed all of the activities. You see, day 1, there were 3 walks. Good. Each kid took a turn walking this dog. Let's see. Okay, day 5, Jekyll walked the dog twice and Zed once. Just 2 walks on the 6th. I was getting sparse here. Nothing at all. The dog didn't go outside, didn't get washed at all. Nothing on the 13th. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do to start looking at some analysis here, I'm going to turn this into a table. Okay. Insert and table. Okay. The table has headers. And I'm going to insert a pivot table. See, I'm not doing any math here. There are no formulas. I'm going to insert a pivot table. Now, let's look at, say, the day on the rows and activity on the columns. And let's put the activity also in the values. Okay. Now we can see, right, nothing happened on the 13th. The dog went on 2 walks on the 12th. 1 walk on the 25th day of the 90 days and 1 bath. Okay, so a total of 228 walks. How does that look? We looked for a number equal to or above 216. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a green highlight. I really was hoping for that drive up to Canada. Let's see. Okay, but let's look at some other things. Let's look at the walks and sort this data. So on the 30th day, the 77th, the 69th, the 13th, and 76th days, no walks at all. on these days, these 6 days, there was just one walk. Okay. Most days they did get the 3 walks in. Okay. How about the baths? Let's look at this. And they had to be within these 30-day spans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on any day here and right click and group. Group starting at 1 going to 90 by 30. Wow. Okay. 4 baths, and yes, a minimum of 1 bath per 30-day span. Not happy about this. All right. Well, looks like they get to keep the dog. But let's do a little more analysis to find out who is doing most of the work. So let's go to insert a pivot chart. Let's say name. Let's put the name in the axis and here, and then let's put the names and the values. Okay, so Jekyll, okay, Jekyll is 15, so she is, yeah, okay, the 15-year-old, yeah, you would expect that she would be doing most of the work with this dog. Okay, but Zed is doing more than Frank, and Zed is the 9-year-old. Now let's rearrange this a little bit because Frank is in the middle. So let's highlight here and move Frank to the middle. Okay, so now they're in order of age: Jekyll, Frank, and Zed. Okay, interesting. Now, Frank has watched the dog twice, and Jekyll has watched the dog twice. Zed has not watched the dog at all. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that, but we got to figure out what's with Frank. There you have it. There's some very easy Excel analysis. And as unhappy as I am right now, these kids get to keep this dog, and I have to come up with some other requirements, some tougher requirements, so that I have an excuse to take this thing up to Canada where it belongs, to run free out in the snow where there's there might be some wolverines and stuff for it to play with. So anyway, that's it. Hope you got something out of this, and maybe you can find better ways to trip your kids up and get rid of that dog.